Hey everyone, this is Jim at SP500chart.com. It's 4:30 on January 30th, 2013. Before we look at the chart, I need to remind you that the website and the video are for educational purposes only. Nothing stated at the site or in the video is intended to be used as investment advice. I can draw lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own research and make investment decisions that are suitable for your personal financial situation. I'm not a licensed financial professional, just a guy who draws lines on charts. Okay, starting out here at a 10-minute chart, our little ascending triangle looks like it may be in jeopardy of failure. And we can use this kind of as an object lesson for two things. One is you don't always get what you want. And patterns do fail from time to time. I did not do anything on this little pattern because it is a little pattern. But if this were a larger triangle and you got this breakout, if you're patient, you wait for a pullback and you go long on this dip right here, and then you set stops where you likely would be very close to being stopped out at the end of the day today. So, again, if this were a bigger pattern. So right now, it looks to me as if this likely is in jeopardy of failing. we are still not as low as this previous low back here on the 29th. But my guess is now, since we are back under the apex of this pattern, that we may see follow through selling tomorrow. And we need to be honest with you, we need to come down significantly from where we are if this if this market is going to remain healthy. But maybe it's not going to remain healthy. And the reason I say that is that the last two times we've gotten up to this brown line right here. Matter of fact, you could extend this back even further. The last three times this brown line was touched, it marked a top, or at least in the case of 2011 back in the summer, close to a top. Actually, the top was back in late April. So guys, I'm just, I'm not feeling particularly good today with sinuses and stuff. But that aside, I still think the thing to do is to continue to watch this rising support line right here, this red line. And again, it could be the same situation that we had today, where you wait for a touch on this line. If you're inclined to go long, do so, but watch it carefully, because if this line breaks, then I see the market giving up a quick 30 points, possibly even a fairly quick 60 points, because we're due. So guys, I don't think I've really got that much more to say. You could see we did get that bounce on that top line of the triangle, but we could not rally up to get that target at 15.14. So right now, it's looking like more likely like we will come down and test rising support in the mid to high 1490s. Again, it's kind of funny because you look at this chart and you go, man, look at all these peaks and valleys. Yeah, but it's only, 8 points from here to here, maybe a little bit more, but 10 points, 10 plus points. So it really makes this look a lot more dramatic than it is. If you go out to a 3-day chart, you can see just what I'm talking about. What we have been encountering for the past few days doesn't even register on this chart. If we zoom in, look at how all of the all of the extreme volatility that we had early on in this bull run has now just, we're not getting that kind of move. Now we could, if we break some of these important, really important support levels, then we could see some fireworks again, but it would kick off with fireworks to the downside. But again, for today, keep an eye on this rising trend line that we've been looking at for a while, this red line right here. That, I think, is the important support line to watch for now. And it's looking like we're probably gearing up a test of this line. I'm going to show you one more chart real quick. I made mention a while back about the Russell 2000, a good while back, and I mentioned that I would not get it. That, as a matter of fact, it was back probably last summer or early fall, and I mentioned that the Russell was getting close to its all-time high, which was located at this dark line right here. And I think I mentioned that, however, I would not get excited about the Russell unless it broke 900 and then started to pull back. Guys, that may be what we're seeing here in the Russell. Got on up over 900, and now it looks like it's wanting to maybe pull back and test some support levels. So let's see what develops in the Russell. The Russell was actually quite weak today, but it had been in the big picture actually stronger, having set all-time highs, and actually has spent all of 2013 over, I believe, its all-time high. Let's take a look. Yeah, sure enough, all-time high was back in late spring of 2011. See if we can keep that on the chart right here. We have been over that previous all-time high all year long. So I would love to see a pullback in the Russell, then maybe see if that index firms up and then wants to head higher. So we may be in the middle of getting that pullback. Hey, that's a bonus for this video. Thanks for watching. Let's watch that lower red line in the S&P. Let's see if the Russell pulls back to give us a good opportunity for potentially riding that up, as I believe the S&P will eventually set or come very close to setting some all-time highs. But I'm not that optimistic after that were to take place, if it takes place. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.